TrustMe, when they designed a lot of what it's doing in TrustMe and in the property exchanges, the TrustMe Property Exchange, the TPX, we actually looked at 200 years of history about how properties buy and sell, and where some of these processes have gone wrong in the past. This was tried by the French before the invention of blockchain. It failed, there were forgeries, there were problems. The blockchain changes all of this, and it creates an inherently more honest system because we can register the ownership of houses and their property certificates in a very, very clear way that's never been done before and is ultimately unhackable, unchangeable. So once you're registered on the blockchain, that ownership is registered forever. And when it changes to somebody else, it's updated. And that creates a very honest system. Now, when we look at all this and where all this is going in the future, it's really important for our children and our grandchildren that we can find better ways to base our economies than on fiat currency. Because fiat currency, through central bank manipulation, through monetary control, quantitative easing, has weakened the very money that we use to pay each other with and that we use for our contracts. And the end result is you've seen much of this. You'll see inflation rates, you'll see aspects when you go to the store and you see shrinkflation, where your money doesn't buy quite as much as it used to. And that is a slowly eroding process which is largely based upon some of the monetary and fiscal policies of the central banks. We offer a real opportunity here to change that by rebasing our economy on property and what we call the economy 2.0, and using crypto and blockchain, and where the two cross over, we can create a form of monetary exchange that is asset-backed, like the old gold standard of old. And you can redeem that directly for property certificates instead of gold certificates, or gold as the case may be. They've tried to do this with gold before, but unfortunately now what we're seeing is there are more gold certificates printed than there is gold in all the vaults, and arguably, some would think, even in the ground. It's deemed debased. Fractional lending has seen the end of that. So where do we go next? Well, the only thing that we can do is base it on property, because property doesn't move. You can see it on Google Maps. You can see the front door. It's secure. And if you have a good land registry and a good government rule of law about the ownership of property, they can't change the ownership of property. And when people buy property certificates on the TPX property exchanges, it's a direct ownership of the property itself. You're not trusting a government, you're trusting a property, and you own it and they don't. And you can keep it for yourself, for your own benefit and the benefit of your family. So we have a real opportunity to stop kicking the can down the road, quantitative easing, everything else. We see this as a direct benefit to the central banks. We see this as a direct benefit to you and I and everyone else who owns property. And ultimately, we hope in the future, by part of this design, will create a better economy, the economy 2.0.